Of course, we have been talking about all morning long the huge fire at the Huntsville unit, which is also known as the Huntsville Prison or the Walls in Huntsville. It has been on fire since about 2:30 this morning. The unit is part of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice System, and it's actually where the executions for the state are carried out.
And we actually just heard from the Texas Department of Criminal Justice live during a press conference that we carried here just in the last half hour. They did say the executions are not going to be impacted. But here's a look from the scene earlier this morning around 2:30. We have crews now there live. We have Seth Kovar and Kara Willis bringing us team coverage. So let's go ahead and first send things over to Seth. So Seth, what do you know about the inmates in the building? Are they all accounted for? Were there any attempts to escape?
We did just find out a lot about this situation. We did hear from the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, and Kara's going to tell you all about that in a moment. I also heard from the fire chief, Greg Mathis, here in Huntsville. Turns out there were 655 inmates inside the building that had to be moved from one area to another, and there were actually more than 1,600 in the prison itself. About 1,000 of them did not have to be moved because of the fire. I'm told that the evacuation went well. You hear prison, you think, could someone escape? There is absolutely no evidence of that, no reports at all of any kind of escapees, and also no reports of any kind of injuries. So that's some good news coming from this fire, that everyone is safe and accounted for, including the jailers. There was a large staff on scene working overnight here. Now, Chief Mathis said that the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, TDCJ, worked very well with his fire department and several other fire departments who've been working since 2:30 this morning trying to put out this fire. It looks like they've stopped spraying. No, they are still spraying water from the ladder truck here. Yeah, think of it this way. It's a prison, so a lot of the fighting has been done from the outside with that ladder truck and other hoses and whatnot, but they also did have to get inside. But it's a very locked up facility. TDCJ facilitated the firefighters moving throughout the building really well, so that communication and that working well together was a good thing for everyone involved. Now, they think they had the bulk of the fire knocked out and that they're just on mop-up duty, but that could take some time. And they've had the luxury of it not being very hot or humid yet this morning and overnight. That will certainly change as the day goes on, so this battle is going to get more difficult for firefighters, at least from a climate standpoint. But right now, though, there's a lot more to talk about when it comes to this prison and just what all happened inside. From the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, and toss it over now to complete our team coverage with Kara.
Yeah, thanks, Seth. You know, we've been on this scene since earlier this morning, and it's still very active from what we've heard from the team here. What we're told is that that number of over 300 inmates is now increased to 655 inmates that have been safely moved to another part of the building. They are prepared to transfer, the team here at the unit, they're prepared to transfer if needed, as they are still containing some of the fires here on site. The next execution, we did ask those questions about, you know, what does this mean for that? Is this going to put a dent in the scheduling for that? And they say that this should leave no impact on the building. They have not said anything to the university as of just yet. They are still working out the details. And again, we still have no details on what exactly started this fire. They aren't set to reschedule anything on scene right now. And what they want to tell the families that have loved ones here in the facility is that everyone is accounted for, everyone is safe, and they have prepared safely for moments like this. I'm told that this is not the only fire in the unit's history that has happened here, but they have followed a safe removal plan in emergencies like this. Again, very active. People are still on scene. I still see at least 4 or 5 fire trucks here, and they plan to be here a little bit throughout the day as they continue to, again, contain those fires and make sure everyone is safe. Over to you guys.
All right, thank you so much.
And we did speak to Huntsville Fire Chief Greg Mathis right at the start of our 5:30 show. Our assistant news director actually had been on the phone with him all morning long, and we were able to get some sound bites from him.
That's right. We talked about the evacuations. We talked about what the situation was with the fire at that time. Remember, this was at 5:30. So here's what Chief Mathis had to say.
All the inmates have been evacuated from the immediate area, are still within the facility and secure, and all accounted for.
Definitely good news, and as Kara mentioned, that's about 655 of the total 1,600 inmates that were impacted and had to be moved to other portions of the facility. So the chief and his crew and a number of crews on the scene throughout the Huntsville Fire Department, along with volunteer firefighters, could go throughout and take care and tap out that fire. Of course, they are still about an hour or so away from completely making sure the attic portion of the fire is taken care of and looking for hot spots, but we are following all of that with our live crew as well. So let's go ahead and take a live look outside real quick. We are now headed right here to Huntsville. That is the prison. You're looking live at the Huntsville unit, and there are two areas they were looking at, talking about the attic area where they were still had hot spots, and also the administration building behind it, which was impacted as well.
Okay, and I do want to mention that the Office of Emergency Management is asking the public to stay clear of this area. There is still an active scene. There are lots of fire hoses across the road. So please, again, Office of Emergency Management asking the public to stay away from this area. You're watching CW39 Houston. No wait, weather and traffic. We'll be right back.